Okay, break. Check, go. Let's go now. Get up. Let's go. Ready? Come on, set. Ready? Go! Go! Ready? Hot. On the set. Ready? Here we go. Hut. Ready? Check, go. Here we go, set. Set up. Ready? Set. Ready? Set. Ready? Go.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders' electric quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team.
And the Washington offense heading out. Throwing on first down. Bernard. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. A give up the middle to Gibson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself, and he is going to lose yardage here. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Bernard forced out to his left. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Bernard. Thomas brings it in. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Bernard. Middle of the field, he's got McClellan. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake. Bernard. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vernon Butler in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead. The Commander's going to retake the drive number 2. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw on 2nd down. Bernard. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open. Complete. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective. He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. He's going to try and take off with it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
On first down, Bernard. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Glancy. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bernard. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the... There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And now the rookie's free. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, Bernard. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Bernard. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A final shot before break. Bernard. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead on a final play of the half. Last drive, he ran it in, and how about that being his 10th touchdown on the ground this season, hitting double digits for a quarterback. Pretty impressive. 1st and 10 here. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Bernard to the right side and complete to Thomas. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 48 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in. So here is Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. Here's Gibson on the read option. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Gibson on the read option. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big
Back onto the field now, the Commanders offense. Throwing to start the drive. Bernard. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. The Commanders offense returning to the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
On second down, here's the option.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Once more, Gibson.
And this may be a carbon copy, as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Bernard. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The Washington offense set to take over.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So victory here for the Commanders.
And you look back over the score sheet.
Hey, who got media today?
Hope my mama was watching tonight.
go! Ready, go! Here we go, set! Hut, hut! Got it, ready? Ready, ready? Set! Hut! Set, ready! Set, go! Set! Get up! Set up! Ready! Let's go now! Ready! Let's go! Go! Ready up! Hut, hut! Come on, set! Ready, ready?
It's week 12 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He was a tour de force a week ago, 6 passing touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin here in Dallas, joined by Charles Davis, as I am every year at this special time. Happy Thanksgiving, partner.
And happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone who's checking out this game.
Yeah, great to spend it with all of you at home. Boy, they've been doing...
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first run of this game.
Off the play fake. Bernard completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 22. On first down, Bernard.
Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Back to throw. Bernard. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Micah Parsons
In there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Off to Thomas on the left side. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Looking to throw. Bernard.
Dodson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders just... Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Bernard.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And that will be incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be.
So here is Washington now to take over.
Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat. Throwing to start the drive. Bernard. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to have to...
The Washington offense set to take over again. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Micah Parsons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Off play action. Bernard. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different...
And that's caught inside the 35!
Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This pass hauled in by Dotson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Commanders' first down.
Back to throw. Bernard. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bernard. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Parsons. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Look at... brings their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra. And now off to the races, down the right side. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. On 1st and 10, Bernard. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around a 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for... First possession of the second half now for Washington. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Bernard escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. And the Washington offense going back to work. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 2nd down, Bernard. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Operating from the gun, Bernard. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll get it down to the plate of the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bernard.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Bernard.
That would complete to Dax Milne. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Bernard. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Back now in Arlington. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Bernard. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Gibson will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a...
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Here's Gibson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. On second down and run with Gibson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own. The look at Washington as they come onto the field. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he will have a Commander's 1st down, and that should just about do it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Gibson again. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and when they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment.
We trending right now?
Let's go now. Ready? 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 Let's go. Go. Come on, set. Hut, hut. Down. Ready, ready? Ready, set. Hut. Ready, ready. Set, go. Here we go, here we go. Get up.
It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's coming off a quality showing last week, well over 300 yards in that one. It's the Dolphins and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the
So here's Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A give up the middle to Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Bernard. A short one there, caught by Granson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarky.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Bernard. And he whips that one incomplete there. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Bernard. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
That one caught by Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Throwing to start the drive. Bernard, short throw to the tight end Thomas. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Back to throw. Bernard. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 13 yards there on a Washington first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down. Bernard. Complete. It's Dodson. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good.
Dealing with being in an early hole here, made worse, of course, by that pick 6. Throwing after the interception. Bernard.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Off the play fake. Bernard. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bernard, flush to his right. Thomas brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
But don't tell any defense.
The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bernard. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
On 1st down, Bernard eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, escaping the pressure right. 20!
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Washington! Their mobile, Angel quarterback. 45 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes
he's up to 11 rushing touchdowns now on the season after scoring. On 1st and 10, Bernard. That's Samuel, caught left side. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll try to run the option here. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. A carry for Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Flushed out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A give to Gibson running right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming out, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now he'll try to run with this. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6.
At the 43-yard line.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commanders 1st down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
Set. Ready. Hot, hot. Set. Ready, ready. Set up. Hut. On the double. Check go. Let's go now. Let's go. Get up. Come on. Set. Ready. Down. Ready.